Welcome to Quarterback Review, your boy QA, here to help out quarterbacks across the country aspiring to get college scholarships or just become a better quarterback in general. So thank you for joining us. We got 4 quarterbacks on the list. Don't know if they're good, don't know if they're bad. We're going to find out. But before we get going, let's hop into our quarterback tip of the week. Quarterback tip of the week is about leadership. Most important factor in leadership is knowing yourself. Once you know yourself, you can know others. But before we do that, know that quarterbacks don't have to be vocal leaders, but what they do have to be is a leader by example. So do a little bit of extra, do your work when nobody else is doing it. Make sure guys look to you as the guy they know is always working harder than anybody else. But now let's hop into our first quarterback. Our first quarterback is Spencer Smith. Spencer, I'm excited to watch your tape. However, your dad, Chris Smith, is one of my biggest trolls on Twitter. He's called me dumb. He's told me I'm a joke. He's always talking stuff. I don't know why he's so worried about little old me. I don't know why he wants a guy he thinks is so dumb to review his son's tape. But I am, because I'm not petty, like your boy Chris. Chris, leave the pettiness in 2017. It's a new year. You don't have to DM me anymore about your son. I want him to do well. I actually think the kid's a good kid because I looked on his Twitter. He's not like you. He's not like you. He's a good person. And with no further ado, I'm hopping on this highlight tape. Spencer, I want to give you a special shout out because you're a little different than Pops. So, Spencer, you got a 5-minute and change highlight tape, which is good. It looks like you had a pretty good season last year. 21 passing TDs, a little over 2,000 yards, and a bunch of tuds. I'm seeing right now, I think your base is pretty good. I think that was a great throw. However, starting off like everybody else. Stop. I'm going to stop the tape right there. Quarterbacks, did you see what Spencer just did? He threw a piercing throw on a dig. It's the second throw on his highlight tape. I don't see enough of that from you guys. Spencer, I'm pretty excited about your tape moving forward because that's the kind of stuff that I want to see early. So he showed me a deep pass. He showed me the ability to move on the pocket, throwing the ball while taking a hit, a pretty good throw on a level 3 ball. And now he's showing me the ability to run. So he showed me a variety of skills pretty early. I'm looking forward to seeing like how strong his arm is. That's another deep throw. I think that's a dime. I don't know if he caught it or if he dropped it. If he dropped it, take that off, Spence. You're better than that. We're seeing some good things. Spencer, I'm pretty excited. I've seen probably enough to know that I like this kid as a quarterback. He's got a good base. He throws the ball well down the field. His dad's probably just one of those quarterback dads who's a little bit weird. That slant right there at the goal line at about the minute and 10-second mark is good enough for me to be like, hey, yo, hey, guys, we need to take a look at Spence. All right, I'm not going to keep watching this whole highlight tape. I would already be at the point like, hey, I'm going to talk to his coach. I'm going to see, hey, coach, what's his best game? What's his worst game? I'd start digging into that. But Spence, you do some good things. On tape, I'm really excited about you. I'm not sure how big you are. Your base is good. You got really good fundamentals. You showed me a bunch of different stuff on your highlight tape. I want to give you a salute. I would probably give you a D1 stamp, but I would just need to see a little bit more. I know that you're going to be playing football after high school, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing you develop as a quarterback. And he threw a rhythm speed out at the end. Tell your dad to stay off my back, all right? You keep working, man. I look forward to your future. We just saw an outstanding highlight tape, ordered well, saw some good things on tape. I'm really excited about it. Now we're moving on to Cody Rogers. He is a freshman. Always excited to see a freshman on tape, but I always hate to see the thing that points out who the quarterback was. And he starts it off like many of you guys do with the fade. Wasn't a great fade. It wasn't thrown particularly well down the field. And then he throws a slant. Slants are good. The way that one was thrown does not get me excited. Now, I'm also keeping in mind that you're a freshman, but I'm not seeing the things early on in terms of arm strength that I would want to see on a highlight tape. He does show himself escaping the pocket, so he's throwing a fade, a slant, and escaping the pocket. So I think he has a good idea of what people want to see, but the way that it's coming out of his hand right now, I would stop this highlight tape right here. I've made it a minute I would say he's young. He's just not there yet. Physically, send another highlight tape in a year. Keep working, bro. There's no knock on anybody who's a freshman playing on varsity. You keep doing your thing. Keep working over the summer. Grind it out. Go to some camps. Get better. Let people see you. You're starting as a freshman. You'll be starting as a sophomore. Look forward to a bright future for you. Keep the work up. We just saw a tape that didn't really get me going, but we're moving on now. We're on to Jalen DeVries. He's a sophomore 2020 quarterback. Highlight tape's a little long, all right, but we'll live as long as he has something that's really, really funky to start this thing off. He had a pretty solid year, 1,700 yards, got first team all district. Jalen, my dog, like, you did some pretty cool stuff. I don't need you to slide. That's 30 seconds wasted of a coach's time. You had a good year, all that, but we'll know by your tape how much we want to see. We don't need you to tell us all that. And we get this thing going with a Dorito over my man's head. That's not cool. With the pump fake, he throws a fade into double coverage. So I see that, I'm like, okay, Dorito again. Let me stop. Let me talk about the last play. I see you throwing the double coverage on just an okay ball. Why is that the first throw that we see? Just think about that. Is there anything I did better this season than the okay ball I threw in the double coverage? And if not, then there's no reason that your highlight tape needs to be 7 minutes and 40 seconds, but we're going to move on to play number 2. And you throw a deep pass, and it's a little underthrown after a little bit of movement. These Dorito chips at the top of your dome are really making my ass itch. You throw a seam ball. Like, okay, think about this now. You've watched all these other highlight tapes. This is where we are right now. And you go through another seam, what should be a seam ball, and you just threw them inside. Yo, Jalen, that's enough. You got too many Doritos. You got too much stuff going on. I want you to think about what you're putting on your resume. That resume to me looks like someone who's like wasn't that organized or didn't have the stuff that they wanted to put on there, so they just started putting a whole bunch of stuff. It's not what we want to see moving forward. Jalen, I'm cutting your tape off. Keep working. I'm not mad at you, but I'm mad at what you just showed me. And last quarterback up is my man Jake Van. I'm going to mess that last part up, so I'm not going to say it. Looking forward to watching your tape. And the first play. Looks like your mom shot this with her cell phone from really far away, and it's mad blurry. And you threw the ball behind him. So that's not a great way to start your tape out. We got a fade ball that probably got dropped. Well, I see some twitchiness right there in a run. So, you're kind of athletic, man. You're kind of athletic, but you probably got tagged on the sideline. So 2 moves, pretty twitchy, and you threw to a really open guy and you made him slide and catch the ball. Think about this now. No, that fade ball where he just had to stop. Jay, let's be real. Me and you, we're talking here. Know that these people are watching this and they're like, man, I really want to see something good. And then the shot from really, really far back that we can't really see anything. Nah, dog. And you threw to a wide open guy again, and it looks like it was really hard for him to catch it. So, guys, we just saw 3 tapes in a row that left me wanting a lot more. The freshman guy, that wasn't the one that really bothered me. The last 2, I'm not so fond of. I want you guys to think about quarterbacks. What can I do to make these schools want me? I didn't spend more than a minute on each of those tapes. Know that. Coaches are going to grade you very, very harshly. There's hundreds of thousands of high schools, probably millions, and there's like 190-something Division I scholarships. Not that Division I's the only place you're going to go, but that's where everybody's aspiring. Give me something that I want to see. All right, give me something I want to see. Not trying to be harsh on you. I know you guys can do better because I see things on the tape that show me you have a little bit of ability. Think about this stuff as you're making your tape. Give me the good stuff early, often. If you don't have a whole bunch of good stuff, just put what you got. If your highlight tape's 1 minute and 40 seconds of bangers, things that we want to see, It'll get people more interested than 7 minutes and 40 seconds of stuff that we don't want to see. Keep being mindful that you have a very short period of time to impress people who sit down and watch tapes all day. Keep working, keep getting better. I hope that you guys send in more tapes next week. I look forward to seeing you out on QB Review. I see you watching me watch these other kids, but you a little nervous right now, huh, to send in your tape. Don't be nervous. Only thing I can do is try and get you better. You might not be there, but you can get there. Yeah. First subscribe, then send me a tape. Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Quincy Avery, find me.